on now.
Yours on?
Yeah.
Second qualifying time was 16:38 on Tom.
16:38, second qualifying time.
Okay, I'll qualify out.
Larry Gill out there, number 14.
And the number 14, Building Creations. Automobile.
Paul Barnes out there now, ready to qualify.
First time.
16:47, first time on Paul Barnes. Paul blew a motor last week in a heat race. Him and 301, Dino Long coming together up there at turn number 1. Matter of fact, you look right now is where he happened last week. That's right there where he blew up and hit the wall.
71.
Marking the asphalt. That'd be his old car. Looks up like it.
Get me off slide there.
All right, now. Double zero, first time here this year. Jim Cohen.
Second qualifying time of 16:32, 16.3.
16:46 and
In the double zero machine.
16:46 and 16:32 on double zero. Bill Volk, 3-0. Bill Volk's ride, but Dino Long's driving it. Dino Long, Magnolia, Ohio. 1588, first time on Dino Long.
Right back out. We only got one time.
No, it's second time. Yeah. Bob Sibla, 62.
Yeah, it is. How come you got this far?
That one's broke.
Mario, come in.
Yeah, who's the other one just come down the highway?
I didn't see it.
Yeah. And it looked like Rusty Adams. It looked like Rusty Adams coming down the highway, U-Haul trailer.
And second qualifying time of 1560. 15.60.
1560. Second time.
Champion.
Yeah. One more qualifying time for Dino Long. Dino's got one qualifying time, 1588. Second time didn't stop the clock, so here he goes.
Second qualifying time was 15.
That's gotta be loud. Lonnie Vaughn out there in 03. Same car he had here about 2 or 3 weeks last year. It's not 43 on it. Ken Phillips? No, here goes, that's Brian, that's 28.
Brian Bull. Yep, 28.
Kenny Stevens out there, 21.
First time on Ken Stevens of 16. Second qualifying time of 15 and 92. Qualifying times on Bonnie Vaughn, 15 and 92. 1.95 and 1.182 on Bonnie Vaughn. Okay,
All right, Lonnie Vaughn 2 times are 1595 and 1582, and Kenny Stevens 2 times is 16, 14 and 1592. John Crumrine out there in 44.
First time was 1589.
1589, first time on John Crumrine. 1571, second time on John Crumrye. Mike Miller out there, 53.
Mike Miller. First time on Mike Miller, 1583, one time.
1583, first time on Mike Miller.
Okay, fastest qualifier so far in the late model division. Mike Miller with a 1558, one time.
1558, second time on Mike Miller.
78, the new car. Still pushing.
Hit your pause button, John, if you want to. Oh, you didn't? Okay. New car.
Okay, this is the number 78 car, Larry McMillan Isuzu. New automobile for Larry.
Larry McMillan is 78. A new machine out of the McMillan Racing Stables, number 78.
Okay, Larry McMillan with a 1750 and 1811. Larry apparently having a little bit of handling problem.
1750 and 1811 on Larry McMillan. Number 22, Chuck Surratt.
Green, Brad, green. Magnolia, Ohio, on the number 22 car, this is Chuck Surratt.
Chuck Surratt gonna try her again now.
First time on Chuck Surratt of 1618.
1618, first time on Chuck Surratt.
And set qualifying time of 1605.
1605. Second time on Chuck Surratt. Number 7, Rich Rohr.
American has the memory.
15:61 first time on Rich Roar.
Now, new fast qualifier Rich Roar with a 15:51.
15:51. Second time on Rich Roar. John Klein out there now ready to qualify. $15.71, first time on John Klein.
And a little better time of 15:61. 15.61.
15:61, second time on John Klein. Richard, you got the fast time. Miller's second. That'd be about third right there. He'd be third.
Well, Siblett's third, ain't he? Siblet has 15:60.
Yeah.
Okay, after qualifier now.
Number 4, Scott Baker.
Auto Sales, Carolina. Carolina Auto Sales. This is a 46.
$15.59, first time on Scott Baker.
Second qualifying time of 15:51.
15:51. That'll make Scott Baker your top qualifier right at the moment. Yep.
Okay, Scott Baker, Rich Roar with a table time of 15:51. In the neighborhood of 74-mile-an-hour average around the speedway, which means they have to be cranking pretty close to 90 miles an hour when they shut down to go to this corner. Okay, out to qualify now. In the Diano race car. This is Mario Diano.
Mario Dino in 46.
I thought maybe you thought you hit it and you didn't. That's all.
Mario Dino out there in 46.
First time of
16:06, first time on Mario Dino.
How about that for consistency? Two identical times. 16:06.
16:06, second time
Driving in the late
for Mario Dino. For 28, Brian Volk.
number 28 car, fine pole. Of course, last night's mid-season champion at Camp Motor Speedway in that Budweiser car, and alongside him the John Smith well-building car, Mike Miller, winning the feature at Burbridge Speedway last night. Perhaps for the playing of the national anthem.
That's one of the quickest one they ever had. What's the problem with this?
It's blasted. You turn it down, it's blasted.
Okay, Chunky, tell us all to sit down now.
You might not even know it's done.
The speakers were broken.
Okay, a little bit of electrical problems there, so we're going to play Name That Tune. I can name that tune in 5 notes.
JJ, have your brother sit down a little bit. He's going to stand there. Okay, July 10th, 1988. Here at Midvale Speedway. Your 4 fastest qualifiers. Number 62, Bob Sibla. Bob had 2 times of 15:78 and 15:60 as his top time. On the outside of him, number Mike Miller, number 53. Mike had 2 times of 15:83 and his fast time of 15:58. Next fastest qualifier, your second fastest qualifier tonight, number 7, Rich Rohr. He had 2 times of 15:61 and 15:51. And your top qualifier tonight, number 4, Scott Baker. He had 2 times of 15:59 and 15:51. Him and Rich tied with the fastest time of the night, so they went to the second time. And Scott had a 15:59 and Rich had a 15:61. So Scott made it by 200ths of a second as your top qualifier tonight, July 10th, 1988, here at Midvale Speedway. Bob Sibla, Mike Miller, Rich Rohr, and Scott Baker. Bob Sibla, Mike Miller. Miller taking over that first spot. Scott Baker trying to challenge a Boss Hill for second. Rich Rohr spins out in turn number 1. No caution. So Miller is still leading as the checker flag comes out. Miller, Sibla, and Baker. Mike Miller, your dash winner tonight. July 10th, 1988 here at Midvale Speedway. Mike Miller, Barberton, Ohio. Sports Stock Dash time. Number 7 out, Farmer Smith. He had 2 times of 17:21, 17:15. 10, Schweitzer, 17:28, 7:09. Glenn Jewell, 17:02, 17:05, and 6:70, 16:93, and 16:98. One more parade. Those are the times of 4 top qualifiers in the Sports Stock division. Farmer Smith, your 4th fastest. And Roger Liner, your top qualifier. We got a green this time. Down the back stretch into turn number 3, it's Farmer Smith. Glenn Jewell getting a little sideways, getting bumped. Lap 2 is going to Farmer Smith. White flag out this time by for Farmer Smith, New Philadelphia, Ohio. Second, Schweitzer, Leinert, and Glenn Jewell. Out of turn number 4, here comes your dash winner tonight. Farmer Smith, Rich Schweitzer, Roger Leinert, and Glenn Jewell.
Pick your top 5 of that Sports Stock feature. Pick 5, pick the top 5. Ready to come across the finish line with $200. And this is courtesy of First National Bank, Dennis and Dover, Jewelry Finishing Company of Dover, Peterman Plumbing and Heating of Dover, Mid-Vid Restaurant of New Philly, and famous recipes from Ericksville, Dover, and New Philly. The Big 5 finish. How about a nice round of applause for Tom Farmer Smith in the old 7-Up machine.
Max Gribble, 24. Number 10, Melissa McCormick. Bill West in 21, Gene Pringle in 7. Down the backstretch, Melissa McCormick takes over the lead from Max Gribble, senior in 24.
Okay, Melissa Gribble, that's number 4.
Lead lap 1 went to Melissa's. Battle for second now between Gene Pringle and Max Gribble. White flag out from Melissa McCormick. Gene Pringle in second, Max Gribble third, and Bill West in fourth. Bill West challenging Max Gribble for third. On the outside, here comes your winner, Melissa McCormick, Gene Pringle, Bill West, I believe, then Max Gribble. Bill West, I think, inched his way into third right there the last minute. There's your winner of the Street Stock Dash, Melissa McCormick.
Okay, nice round of applause. Only female driver, Mid-Vid Speedway, in the number 10 McCormick Racing Machine, Melissa McCormick. And working on a deal right now, possibly another week or two. We may have Janet Parker running in our sports stock division. And trying to line Janet a ride up for our sports stock division. So we'll have two ladies competing out here at Midvale. And plan on both of them being very competitive.
All right, first seat in the late model division tonight. Number 90, Paul Barnes. He blew that motor up last week. Him and Brian Volk, or Dino Long, up in the turn number 1 fence, but he's got our back running here tonight. Him and Dino Long came together. On the outside of him, for 24, is Tom Stankiewicz. Next row back, first time here this year. Used to drive number 66 here a couple years ago, but he's in number 72. His name is John Sandquist. On the outside of him, Mario Dino. Next row back, 22, Chuck Surratt. 21, Kenny Stevens. 28, Brian Volk. 78, Larry McMillan, new car tonight. And 00, first time here, Jim Goen. Down the backstretch. On turn number 4. Paul Barnes leads the way. Paying $100 to win this heat race tonight. $100. Tom Stankiewicz down the lead now. Chuck Surratt had a mechanical problem, going to pull out. Battle now for a second between Paul Barnes and Mario Dino. Your battle's back up for a second. Mario Dino, Paul Barnes, Tom Stankiewicz, Kenny Stevens. Halfway. Mario Dino now in the second all by himself. Caution flag out. Caution flag. All right, Chuck Surratt's car is sitting down in the pit entrance, so that's why the yellow flag's out. Your leader is Tom Stankiewicz, number 24. Next car will be Mario Diano in 46. 5 laps in, 5 more to go. Push truck going to get Chuck Surratt out of that entrance. Back to racing here. 18 late models here tonight. They're paying $100 to win each heat and pursuits tonight. Got a green. Mario Diane on the inside. Evan Stankiewicz touched a little bit, both out of control, but they regained it. Kenny Stevens on the outside of Bill. Paul Barnes for third now. Larry McMillan taking his new car into the pits. Kenny Stevens trying to get out on the inside. Now he's jumping on the outside of Mario Diano. White flag out for Tom Stankiewicz this time by. Kenny Stevens challenge now for the lead. Here's your winner, Stankiewicz, Stevens, Diano, both. Sandquist, Barnes, and Goin.
Midvale Speedway out of Cleveland, Ohio, in the number 24 machine, one of the hairiest sounding race cars I've ever heard Tom Stankiewicz.
Tom Stankiewicz out of Cleveland, Ohio, your first heat winner tonight at Midvale Speedway in the late model division. Paying $100 to win starting the night in the late model heats and pursuit, and $50 to win in the sports stock heats and pursuits. Second heat tonight in the late model division. Number 14, Larry Gill on the outside of him. Lonnie Vaughn. Next row back, 301. Dino Long. On the outside of him, number 44, John Crumrine. Next row back, number 38, John Clyde. On the outside of him, number 62, Bob Sibla. Next row back, number 53, Mike Miller, and number 7 on the outside of him is Rich Rohr. And your top qualifier pulling out of the track right now from Fairlawn, Ohio, Scott Baker. turn out to turn number 4. We got a green. Larry Gill out of 4, lead lap 1. Lonnie Vaughn second, Dean Long third, John Crumrine fourth. And Sidla, Roar, Miller, and Baker. Larry Gill leads lap 2. Trying to get a little sideways coming off of 2. Dino Long right on his bumper now. John Crumrine moving to 3rd. Halfway this time by John Crumrine in the 2nd now. Halfway in that lap. Larry Gill, John Crumrine, Lonnie Vaughn, Dino Long, John Klein, Rich Rohr, Bob Sibla, Mike Miller, and Scott Baker. White flag coming out this time for Larry Gill. Down the backstretch. Turn number 3 out of 4. Your winner, Larry Gill, John Crumrine, Rich Rohr, Lonnie Vaughn. 38-4, 301 and 53.
Okay, in the Cozy Corner restaurant. Larry Gill out of Ohio. That's on Foster. Larry Gill picking up $100 in his heat race. And John Crumrine, the number 44 car. That's number 2 position. That's number 3. And Rich Rohr engine out for Lonnie Vaughn by about 6 inches. There's the finish line. So he picked up that 3rd spot.
Okay.